obviously, I mean, you came back to make this happen. I mean, you came here to make this happen, to get Pitt back in the NCAA tournament. Is this a lot of pride today for your locker room?
Yeah, I think everybody's super excited for sure. I mean, this was the mission we set out for when we first got here. So being here now, definitely a blessing for all of us.
Is there a sense of relief in all of this as well?
I mean, the anxiety before was pretty extreme, so I guess you could say that for sure.
What was the reaction like among you guys when you actually saw your name pop up on that screen?
We was excited. Like we just talked about, is all the work we done put in for this season. You know, the reason we came here was to get back here. So to see that everything we put in is finally going our way, it's good.
You guys have made it a point this year to stay focused on everything that you can control. But after the loss Wednesday, you had nothing left to control. How hard is it to block out all the outside noise when you're just waiting?
It was tough. I mean, because, you know, you had everybody calling, thinking, you know, like, when y'all going to play, who y'all going to play, will y'all make the tournament. So it just was good to finally see our names get called, and now we got relief, you know, just a little bit. Now it's time to get ready for our opponent.
Guys, Jamarius was saying that you guys are happy, but kind of ticked off, too. Like, can you describe what that feeling means, or what the emotion from that standpoint is?
Yeah, I mean, it's no secret we're in the first four, so that's something that we talked about as a group. You know, we want to definitely go out and make a point in that first game because we felt like we should have got a higher seed or something, for sure.
You were talking about, like, the anxiety, and you said people were texting. I mean, how much do you read, like, the bracketology, Twitter, like, Pitt's last team in, next team out? Like, do you read any of that?
I mean, we normal people, so we scroll on Twitter. We see it all the time. But, I mean, we try to stay as focused as we can because we know that we're actually playing, so a lot of the outside voice doesn't really matter.
Greg, what have these last 3 days like, you know, aside from the anxiety, like Nelly said, about waiting to see what was going on, just dealing with the Duke loss, coming back and regrouping? What were these 3 days like in that scope?
When it comes to the tournament stuff, I wasn't really worried about it. He was more anxious than me. We sat next to each other, so yeah, I wasn't as anxious. But after that loss, though, we just, you know, just had to take it day by day because it's something that happened, something we got to learn from at the end of the day going into this tournament. So it's just a lesson, and we got to take it as that.
Both of you guys have played in NCAA tournaments before. What have you told the guys who haven't played in NCAA tournaments about getting to this point, playing in those games?
I ain't talked to nobody about it yet. I mean,
what do you plan to tell
them? Really just go out there and give it everything you got. Just the same thing I would tell them before any other game. You know, you can't. I mean, of course, it's gonna be more pressure because what game it is and the magnitude of the game. But I'll tell my teammates to go out there and do the same thing I've been telling them before every game.
Now, what changed for you guys in the past 7 games?
Nothing really has changed for us. I mean, we've been focused for the last 7 games, the same way we've been focused since we started playing together.
What do you think happened, you know, on the court that maybe led to some of the defeats?
Other teams came out and played well.
Do you think you guys have an advantage knowing that it's so many people's last time playing in this tournament? Most of you guys have played in it but haven't even won a game in it. Do you think that hunger gives you guys an extra edge?
Yeah,
for sure.
I can speak to it too. Just saying, because it's all of our last games, our last moments, we're going to come out and play desperate as we should because, you know, like we're not going to have a chance again.
For Greg and then Nelly, if you guys don't mind, what do you want to clean up defensively heading into Tuesday or Wednesday?
I say our communication. That's one area I feel like we can improve on, and then rebounding. I feel like it's been games where we do a good job of contesting their first shot, but they find a way to go get it. That's not finishing our possession. So I feel like if we can keep doing a good job of defending the first shot that the team take, and then we clean it up and get the rebound, that just make our defense that much better.
Nelly, you talked earlier this year about, you know, being the villains, being underdogs in the ACC this year, but now that you're on a national stage, Greg, I want to ask you, what do you want the nation to see? What do you want the identity of this Pitt team to be?
Tough, gritty, discipline. Basically the same stuff we said we wanted to prove to everybody in the ACC. I feel like we did a good job of proving people wrong this year. Now it's just, you know, now it's time for the next step, prove people wrong nationally.
What do you guys have to fix with your defense so that you guys can get sharp again?
Attention to detail. We just got to come in here and really focus, locked in, and realizing our desperation level got to be high because everybody's desperate this time of the year. So we got to come out and really play as hard as we can.
Nelly, I know you guys aren't the committee, but sometimes you scratch your head when you look at this thing unfold, and that you beat some of these teams that are ahead of you and have better records. And is it sometimes you're thinking like, wow, like how did we end up here?
Yeah, I mean, throughout all the adversity we faced this year, all the different things, the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, and the ugly, I knew we would be in a similar position as this towards the end of our year. So we're just really thankful to be here. But like JB and Greg's alluded to, we're very hungry and we're really excited for what's next.
Not a lot of time to prepare for an opponent you've never seen, you probably don't know much about. You know, Greg, I'll start with you. What's that challenge going to be like in preparing for a team like that, and how much are you looking forward to that process?
I'm super excited. Like I've talked to y'all before, like I love watching college basketball. So I'm not gonna say I know the team, but I know somewhat a little bit about Mississippi State. So it won't be a huge surprise for me. And then we gonna go watch it. You know, like me and Nelly get ready to go watch it after this for sure. So I mean, we're gonna have a little bit of insight on whatever our coaches get ready to bring to us. So
Nelly, what do you know about Mississippi State, if anything, right now?
I don't know much, but like Greg just said, as soon as we leave here, we're gonna go figure that out for sure.
What do you know about Mississippi State? You mentioned it.
Yeah, I know that their leading scorer is big. I don't know how to pronounce his first name, but Smith. Tolu, yeah. So I know he's gonna get a lot of touches. He loves to, cause havoc on the offensive glass. So we got to keep him off basically, he's going to try to attack all our weaknesses that we had majority of this year. So it's gonna be a matchup.
All right, thanks guys. Thank you.